Right now, you might be struggling with something that feels impossible to quit. You've probably tried. You've told yourself, this is the last time, only to find yourself back in the same loop. Pornography has its grip on you, and you don't even realize how deep the addiction runs. You think you're just indulging in something harmless, something that's just a part of being a man in the modern world. But that's a lie, one that's been sold to you, wrapped in pleasure and designed to keep you weak. You see, we live in a time where unlimited pleasure is just a click away. What used to be something rare and exciting has now become an instant dopamine hit available at any moment. But here's the problem. Your brain wasn't built for this. Your ancestors didn't have access to thousands of explicit videos at any given moment. They had to work for intimacy. They had to build relationships, develop confidence, and earn the affection of a woman. Today, you've been tricked into thinking you can bypass all of that. Porn is stealing your masculinity, your discipline, and your ambition. And the worst part, you don't even realize it. But by the end of this video, you will. Because once you see the truth for what it is, once you understand what's really happening to your brain, your body, and your life, you will never look at porn the same way again. The science behind why porn is destroying you. Your brain is wired for survival. It seeks out food, shelter, and reproduction. These are the basic instincts that have driven men for thousands of years. But in today's world, where everything is instantly available, that system has been hijacked. When you watch porn, your brain releases an enormous surge of dopamine, the same chemical that gets released when you accomplish something significant, like winning a fight, achieving a goal, or being with a real woman. But unlike those real-life experiences, porn requires no effort. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to become stronger, smarter, or more attractive. You just click a button, and you're rewarded with a flood of dopamine. But here's the catch. Your brain gets used to that surge. Just like a drug addict needs a stronger hit each time, your brain starts demanding more intense stimulation. That's why you find yourself going from one video to another, looking for something more extreme, more shocking. Before you know it, regular content doesn't excite you anymore. You've built a tolerance, and this is where the real damage happens. Your brain stops responding to normal levels of dopamine. The things that used to bring you joy, working out, reading, learning, talking to real women, start to feel boring. You're rewiring your brain to crave nothing but the instant high of pornography, and everything else in life starts to feel dull. This is why so many men struggle with motivation, why they feel drained, why they can't focus, why their confidence is shattered. It's not because they're lazy. It's because their brains are fried. And the worst part, the longer you keep watching, the worse it gets. How porn is killing your confidence in relationships. Let's talk about something every man craves. Confidence. You want to feel strong. You want to walk into a room and command respect. You want women to be drawn to you. But if you're watching porn, you're doing the exact opposite of what it takes to be a confident, attractive man. Think about this. When you watch porn, you're training your brain to be a spectator. Instead of being the man in control, the one taking action, you're sitting behind a screen, watching someone else live the life you wish you had. You're outsourcing your desires to pixels on a screen. And it doesn't stop there. Porn warps your perception of women. Instead of seeing them as real, complex individuals, you start seeing them as objects. You begin to expect women in real life to act like the unrealistic, exaggerated fantasies you see online. But reality doesn't work that way. And when real women don't meet your warped expectations, you feel frustrated, awkward, and disconnected. Not only that, but excessive porn use can lead to erectile dysfunction in young men. Studies have shown men who consume too much porn struggle with real intimacy. Their brains are so used to artificial stimulation that they can't respond properly to a real partner. Imagine the humiliation of being with a woman you desire, only to find yourself unable to perform. That's the reality for many men today. Porn isn't just affecting your brain, it's sabotaging your relationships, your confidence, and your ability to connect with others. It's making you weaker, lonelier, and more insecure. The escape plan: how to quit and reclaim your power. At this point, you might be asking, how do I stop? You already know it's damaging you. You feel the effects in your energy, your motivation, your confidence. But quitting feels impossible. That's because you've been programmed. You've built a habit, a dependency. And breaking free requires more than just willpower. It requires strategy. First, you need to acknowledge that quitting won't be easy. Your brain is addicted to the high. Expect withdrawal. Expect discomfort. But here's the key. Every time you resist, every time you say no, you're rewiring your brain back to normal. You're reclaiming your strength. Second, replace the habit. You can't just remove porn without filling the void with something better. Start working out, train your body, push your limits, and channel that energy into something productive. Start talking to real women, even if it's awkward at first. Build that social muscle. Third, set barriers. Block access to porn, delete the apps, install filters, make it difficult for yourself. The more friction you create, the easier it is to resist temptation. And finally, remind yourself why you're quitting. Every time you're tempted, remember what porn has stolen from you: your drive, your confidence, your ambition. Picture the man you want to be. A man who is in control of his desires, not controlled by them. A man who attracts women effortlessly, who commands respect, who lives life on his own terms. That version of you is waiting. But he will never exist if you stay trapped in this cycle. The choice is yours. Do you want to stay weak, or do you want to reclaim your power? Because once you truly understand what porn is doing to you, quitting isn't just a choice, it's the only way forward.